7-on-7 football wrapping up the offseason all over the river parishes. Highlights of St. Charles and St. James from LaPlace after this. Brock's Automotive and Tire Center is your one-stop shop for all your vehicle's needs. For complete state-of-the-art auto repairs, AC work, and computer diagnostics. Brock's Automotive and Tire Center. From one generation to the next. We kick it off with the defending 3A state champ, St. Charles, hosting Jesuit. And look at the great defense from Jordan Favorite. Comes up with the interception, drive over. A hip flexor injury kept new quarterback Jamel Baptiste sidelined for much of the spring. 7-on-7 leagues offered him a great opportunity to air it out. One of his favorite targets was Chad McNeil. Wearing number 7, McNeil was all over the place on this Wednesday morning. Like here, when Baptiste hooks up with McNeil across the middle, who makes the juggling catch for the touchdown. Meanwhile, on the adjacent field, there was James Bell and his St. James Wildcats squaring off with Laranger and looking good. Jason Favorite hooking up with Shaquille Narcisse, who makes the great catch after spending time at quarterback himself last season. Later, the two hook up for a touchdown, and the Wildcats are playing well. Next offensive possession, it's now Daquan Sandoff at quarterback, and again, St. James receivers making terrific plays. Chase James comes down with the bomb for the big game. Later, the Wildcats find the end zone again. It's Sandoff connecting with Claude Lewis, who just finds the corner of the end zone. That's a nice play. Next up, it was the Comets' turn to play Laranger. And watch Baptiste with the poise in the pocket, and Garrett Lubin makes the great catch for the big gain for St. Charles. Meanwhile, St. James was now facing 5A powerhouse Dutchtown, and the Wildcats still able to find the end zone too. Sandoff rifles a pass across the middle, Narcisse with the touchdown. Both River Parish teams playing more good defense as well. The Comets get another interception, this time from Sam McMahon. Nice concentration off the deflection for McMahon, who also had a pick in the Comets spring game. Other field, where St. James displaying the D as well. It's Narcisse with the pass breakup. Later, the two River Parish teams squared off against each other. St. Charles quarterback Austin Weber, who played well in the spring game, delivers to Brandon Zimmer for the touchdown pass. Later, it was Baptiste hooking up with Lubin for another touchdown pass as the Comets start heating up with the weather. And that was that. Both teams geared up now and ready for the beginning of camp.
I think it's important, Eric, from the standpoint of our kids learning a system. And, you know, when we get into the huddle, we call our offensive pass plays. They're learning the coverages against 3 different opponents every week. And I think that's huge because different people run different systems and run different routes. They run different coverages. I think it's good for everybody involved. And plus, it's fast-paced and it's competition. It's real competitive stuff. I mean, it's out there. So they have to learn to catch balls in traffic. They have to learn to adjust to different routes and whatnot. So there's so many benefits. I can't comprehend all the many benefits that we get from 7-on-7.
Right, 7-on-7 is just an extension of spring. You know, good chance to work on your passing game, timing with the quarterbacks, receivers, and the backs, defensive backs, and linebackers underneath coverage. And like I said, you just want to play against different people. You want to see speed, and you want to see how your players match up to the speed. So, I mean, that 7-on-7 is great, I think, across the country. It's really taken off the last 15, 16 years. And it helps you develop your kids in the summer, and it gives a chance for the kids to get out and do something in the summer also.
Personally, I think our team made some steps forward because we had a long way to go. We had all our offensive skilled kids were not there last year. They were inexperienced and whatnot. So we're starting off new. It's like teaching a JV team the plays and whatnot. So that's been beneficial for us. And plus the secondary, we have some holes to fill in the secondary, and some guys are getting some quality snaps there. So there's very little transition from here to the game night.
Do a lot of experimentation in the spring. We're doing a lot of experimentation right now, and we'll do some more once the school starts back and we get back in August also, just to try to get the guys in the right position. We're just trying to make sure that we have the right guys in the right spots to give us a chance to win. Well, Jason Favorite is one of our guys that are at quarterback, and he hadn't played the last couple of years, but he's been playing basketball, and he's back out, and he's done a good job, got a good natural throwing motion. And Daquan Sandoff played last year behind Shaquille Narcisse, but he played a lot. And he's getting better and better and better. Both of these guys are doing a good job. So I feel real comfortable with those two guys. We just have to wait and see how it turns out in the fall, which one of those guys will be our starter. But we have two good athletes in that position.
Well, he has to do that. He has to step up forward. He's the only guy that's got some experience as far as the receiver is concerned, and he's a big target and whatnot. So that's got to be a big asset for us in the fall. And hopefully we can continue to get him better, whatnot. But more importantly, there are two quarterbacks that we're trying to train right now, because we lost the guy that threw for 2,000 yards for the last 2 years, and we lost 2 wide receivers, we lost 2 running backs, and 2 tight ends. So all those skill positions are brand new. So for us, we got a project on our hands, and I hope that our defense can play real well early until we actually get a hang of things on offense. There's a long way to go. His progression reads a little deliberate. He's not sure of himself right now, and we need to get him a little bit more confident. He's got a big arm, but it's a long stroke, and we're trying to shorten that stroke just a little bit. We're trying to work on a little fundamentals, but he has good feet and he's got good height, and when he learns what the system's all about, I think he's going to be real fine. Austin Weber is probably a little further ahead of him right now, but hopefully Austin is going to be a running back / quarterback and be able to do a dual sport guy.
In LaPlace, Eric Ritchie for RiverParishFootball.com. Brock's Automotive and Tire Center is your one-stop shop for all your vehicle's needs. Our experienced certified auto techs offer full service on all makes and models, alignment, state inspections and brake tags, and a major selection of tires. For complete state-of-the-art auto repairs, AC work, and computer diagnostics, we're right along the river in Reserve. Brock's Automotive and Tire Center with 24-hour towing service. From one generation to the next.